Hi guys, in today's video, I'm watching The Viewer Effect Paradox by AMB 2.0. The reason I'm watching this is because I saw Invincible in it, and I was like, ooh, Invincible. Alright, let's get to it.
Have you ever watched a superhero scene and thought to yourself, why did Spider-Man just let the robber run away?
Yeah,
Or why
no.
wouldn't Spider-Man try and catch Gwen with his body instead of directly with the web?
That one,
Or
yes.
how could Quicksilver, the man whose perception is so fast he sees in nearly slow motion, die to bullet? Oh, okay, that one doesn't make much sense.
They just hated him.
See that coming.
But I think it's something a lot of fans do, myself included, and I like to call it the viewer effect. The viewer effect can be described as a cognitive disconnect in storytelling, where the audience interprets a character's actions using their own emotionally detached logic instead of the character's internal, in-the-moment psychological reality. In other words, we know it's fake. There is no adrenaline running through our body. We're sitting on the couch with a bag of chips. It's easy to pick and poke at what you would do, versus truly analyzing a scene from a character's perspective and emotions, and that's the topic I want to go into in today's video. The first example.
I understand the point he's trying to make, but also at the same time, some of the characters make extremely stupid decisions, and I don't care if you're in the heat of the moment or not. It's still a stupid decision considering you're in the heat of the moment. Trying to think of an example for that. Good example for that would be in X-Men Origins, where the girl shot a bullet at Magneto, and he just and ended up paralyzing his best friend instead of just stopping it. Dude can move a satellite tower but can't stop a bullet. Like, what do you? Heat of the moment, my ass, man. That's just stupid.
Example of this I want to take a look at is Green Ghost from Invincible, but to do that we need to look at who she is as a character. Her name is Elena Adams. She's a regular human photographer that came across the Green Ghost stone. It's not
Way to just out her identity, dude. Like, who cares if she's dead, dude? She still had a secret identity. What the frick, dude? That's not cool.
Not directly stated how long she's been on the team, but we know Nolan's been on Earth for roughly 20 years, and he fought with the original Green Ghost, so we can speculate somewhere between the range of 5 to 10 or so. She gets an emergency call to meet at Guardians HQ, but as she arrives, everyone else is just as stunned as her when they realize that nobody there sent her in. This is where we need to start analyzing her headspace. With a clear sense of unease and confusion, they have no idea what to expect. But before they even have a chance to plan anything, Omni-Man comes in flying at the Immortal's head, and if it wasn't for Red Rush's enhanced perception, his brain would have been de-atomized.
Facts, bro. Red Rush was the goat of this whole situation. If he wasn't there, like, they wouldn't have survived that long and done nearly as much damage to Omni-Man. In fact, he kind of helped Omni-Man, because if it wasn't for them, Omni-Man and whatever the girl's name was wouldn't have been able to jump him and make it look more believable that they all got attacked. But it's such a sad thing, bro. I liked Red Rush too. He was really cool. He was like probably one of the only genuine threats to Omni-Man Omni-Man aside from the Immortal. Did I say Omni-Man earlier? I meant the Immortal. But yeah. No, like, seriously though, like, this Red Rush, dude, I wonder how he would compare to, like, other speedsters and stuff. There's probably videos about that. I might watch one later. Who knows?
Everybody is stunned to see Nolan as the culprit of the attack until War Woman rushes in to get on the offensive first.
War Woman.
Now, we don't know this for certain, but we can imagine they're holding back a little because they don't understand the actual gravity of the situation. But once Bro No Look caught Red Rush's hand and then smushed his head like the 1,000 Rubber Band versus Watermelon videos, they knew they had to lock in. And something else I want to note is that up until this point, Green Ghost is the only person to not throw any strikes. She has been completely intangible the whole time, trying to stay away from Omni-Man. While her powers aren't great offensively, the real problem comes with the fact that becoming intangible requires extreme concentration and on top of that, her only other abilities are flight and enhanced durability. So pair that up with the emotional confusion of the situation and the fact that she is a true human that is gaining the powers from an object. She requires to swallow a stone and throw it back up to be normal again. And finally, she also lacks the amount of combat experience as her other teammates, such as the Immortal or War Woman. We then see everybody in absolute shock after watching Red Rush's brain turn into strawberry applesauce. They stop pulling their punches.
I didn't need that comment, man. I like strawberries. I understand the point he's trying to make. I really hope that she's not the only reason they talk about this video, but I do understand why she didn't really do much during this now because of that.
And try giving it everything they got, but Omni-Man is just too strong and too fast for them to put up with. It's then when Darkwing tries to catch Omni-Man off guard until he catches his foot, hits him twice on the ground, and pops him like a balloon, throwing him into Green Ghost's hand as she catches the body of her lifeless friend. This is the part where most people say it's a mistake, as she should have stayed intangible with Omni-Man to just fly right through her and stay.
I think that it's actually instinct that caused her to do that, because most people, like, let's say you and I are talking right now. Let's say, like, I'm holding something, I'm moving with my hands, you're paying attention to my hands, and I hand you something. You're instinctively going to accept whatever I'm handing you, especially if it's something you recognize. Like, let's say I'm handing you a pencil. You're probably gonna accept the pencil, then look at the pencil and be like, why the fuck did he hand me a pencil? And why am I holding this? And stuff like that. But, like, instinctively, whenever something is coming towards you, your instinct is to catch it. By the way, I'm pulling all of this out of my ass. I'm not a scientist or anything. I'm just, I've seen I've, like, talked to a lot of people and handed a lot of people stuff. I've actually tested this out before, too. It's worked, like, 6 out of the 10 times. But, yeah, I'm just yapping. I'm gonna go back to the video.
In the battle. But if you take into account everything that I have said earlier in this video, you would understand.
I really hope this isn't just about her.
Completely reasonable for her to react this way. Looking at this from the character's perspective, not only for Green Ghost, but for all of the Guardians of the Globe in this fight, makes it make a whole lot more sense as to how they were able to be dispatched so easily by Omni-Man, and in my opinion, is the thing that people overlook the most when they say it doesn't make sense. Another moment I want to take a look at is probably the most debated MCU moment.
Well, I think it was also just because Omni-Man was considered their, like, friend, their closest friend and stuff. Like, he's someone that they would look up to and respect, and then he comes out of nowhere and starts killing them. Like, I'd be in shock if my brother or something, like I'm just talking to him, and then out of nowhere, he just starts killing me or trying to kill me and whatnot, like trying to choke me out or something like that. I'd be kind of distraught too. I'm like, what the fuck is he trying to? Oh shit, he's trying to kill me.
I take a look at is probably the most debated MCU moment that I can think of, and it's Peter Quill punching Thanos while they're trying to take the glove off. If you don't know the Infinity War timeline, I cannot lie, I'm not explaining that. The movie's like 30,000.
I don't care the context of that. That was still such a stupid thing to do. Y'all, they had it locked. They had it locked in, and stuff. And he decided to just like punch Thanos. I don't care if it was like rage bait. I don't care if it was in the heat of the moment. It's still a stupid thing to do. I guarantee you, if I was in that situation, I would not have done that.
Old, you gotta catch up. But a lot of people think it's super goofy and just bad writing that he punches him while they're so close to literally saving the fate of Earth and everything. I'm gonna dive into why it not only makes sense emotionally, but two, it fits in with Peter Quill's character honestly perfectly. Before Star-Lord starts pistol whipping the shit out of Thanos, we need to take into account that he just found out that his girl, his main squeeze, was sacrificed by her supposed father for the devious master universe domination plan. So understandably, he's pretty upset. And he tries to reason with him, telling him, tell me if you did it or not. And he has the audacity, look him straight in the eyes and tell him, you had That too! Something else we need to take into account is Star-Lord's whole life of trauma. He watched his mother die as a child and was kidnapped right after and spent years trying to escape from that. And Gamora was the one that grounded him and kept him stable, kept him sane. And after hearing that news, in his mind, he had nothing else to lose.
I don't think that's true. I don't think Gamora was the one that was keeping him sane, because Gamora wasn't even part of the crew until like sometime during the first movie. Like, so he was pretty sane before. He was kind of stupid, but he was sane before. So like I don't agree with this logic. It's like he was like a completely normal guy. I'm telling you, man. He's just, I don't even care if it was the heat of the moment. Star-Lord's just stupid.
Lose at this point. Everything he wanted was gone. But here's the thing. Star-Lord punching Thanos isn't just emotionally understandable, it's consistent with his character. It matches everything we know about his personality. He is impulsive, he is reactive. His entire time we've seen him with the Guardians of the Galaxy, he has led with emotion, not strategy. This dude is not Kratos. This is the same guy who immediately tried to shoot his father when he learned what he did to his mom. Bad. The same guy who tried to grab the Power Stone barehanded. And the same guys whose tactical diversions are dance-offs, bro. Like, what?
Someday, put it together. What are you doing?
But why I'm saying this is because Star-Lord has never come up with some mastermind strategic plan in any of his biggest moments in his MCU arc. He has always acted on impulse and his emotions first. So
you know what? I've changed my mind. I apologize for disagreeing with you. Star-Lord is a complete idiot and acts on impulse and not thinking things through. So I agree with your statement now. I still think he's an idiot though, and shouldn't have done that. I think I would not have done that if I was in that situation.
Thinking he would suddenly go against his entire character arc just because it's Thanos and it's really important is a ridiculous thought. This is who Star-Lord is, and it makes absolute sense that this happened, but a lot of people don't think of it that way because they see it from the base point of view. So trying to change your perspective and take into account his traumatic past, his impulsive history, and the fact that he is still half human and his emotional intelligence is just as good as yours or mine, it makes absolute sense as to why he would freak out like that. And I, again, think it fits his character more than if he was to say calm, cool, and collected, because it would go against the entire philosophy of a character that fans have come to know and love for years. But at the end of the day, all of these things are my opinion, so you're completely entitled to feel another way. And if you do think, say, some of the scenes that I put in here are stupid and you don't believe the rhetoric that I put behind it, or you find a scene that you know that thinks fits the viewer effect really well, drop that below in the comments and maybe I'll make a part 2 to a series like this. But if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, it'd mean the world if you drop a like and subscribe for me. If not,
I
no
will
worries,
be doing that.
But I always do appreciate it. And my name is Austin, and I hope you guys have appreciated the first video on this channel. And you guys have a nice day. Deuces.
Oh.
Have you ever watched it?
That's actually pretty cool. This is the first video of this channel. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that. Let's check out his channel. 2.98k subs. Not bad. Not bad. I got a solid 158 or 150 something, whatever. Not that far off. Not that far off. Go and subscribe and see what other videos he has. Damn! 2.98k with 10 vids? Dude, that's awesome. It really is the first video. Shoot. You are correct, big dog. I am entitled to my opinion. And I thank you for acknowledging that. And it was an honor to watch your first video. If y'all liked watching this and like this content, react videos, like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.